Mikevsbeer, welcome to our Breweries of America channel. Bienvenidos Queretaro. I'm at Cervecera Hercules. We're going to be having a first-class tour with Josh, the head brewmaster. He is the guy in charge of the fantastic formulas. I tell you what, when we pulled up, there is an entire campus that's all behind these magic walls. Let's take a peek behind everything and get into this brewery tour right away. So everybody, I want to introduce you to Josh. He is the head brewer here. He hails from Florida, but he's immigrated to Mexico how long ago?
About 8 years I've been here, yeah.
8 years,
yeah.
And you came down here specifically to help open this or take over operations or work here?
Basically, I fell in love and followed a Mexican girl down here, and we're still married, thank God. And you know, after that, found a job here.
So you came for love.
Yeah.
You had to find a job.
Yeah.
You had a passion for beer.
Yep.
Right.
Yep.
And
100%.
8 years later, you're the head brewer at Cervecera Hercules.
Yeah.
How about we start this tour and you can show us what you guys got?
Talking about beer in general, we make mostly classic European and American, North American styles. Pale ales, lagers, and then going back to British beers like British pale ales, stuff like that, cask beers, real ales. We make some spontaneous like Belgian style, lambic style ales, stuff like that. So we run the gamut.
And this is the current brew house.
This is the current brew house.
Where you have plans and it's actively being expanded across the way, right?
Yeah, that one's way more, what's the right word?
Aesthetically pleasing?
Yeah, I was gonna say something worse, but that sounds good.
But this is a working brewery.
Yeah.
Right? Hey, we're used to seeing this.
Yeah, all the beer that you're gonna be able to drink right now in the beer garden or at any of our tied houses all comes from this brew house right here. So we have a combination of mash lauter where we filter all the beer, filter all the, I would say, wort or non-fermented beer, and then over here we boil.
Yep.
We had hops. We have a heat exchanger over here. We have a really nice floor right here.
Fantastic.
Fantastic floor. And then we send it to fermentation where we do all of our fermentation here. Up here we do, it's kind of a bad angle, but yeah, up here we do all of our spontaneous beers. So we leave those up there for one night during cold nights for inoculation to do our like spontaneously fermented beers like lambic style or duty style beers, stuff like that.
So recognize this is Breweries of America, not Breweries of the United States. So I'm honored to have the first tour outside the United States here in Mexico at Hercules. But the perception is you can't drink the water in Mexico, but you brew beer with the local water.
Yeah.
So how do you overcome that stereotype?
Well, I mean, we got a couple things going on. First and foremost, you know, going back in history, beer was always boiled, so before fermentation. So that's what made beer so popular going back centuries ago, is that you had, you know, this liquid that was boiled, and the boiling process actually killed all the bacteria that would have been present in the water. So you had this weak beer that a lot of people in parts of the world would drink. So, and here it's no different, but you know, we eliminate the bacterial obstacles, but on top of that, we also do some reverse osmosis before we brew, and want to be able to tailor the water the way we like it, so we use osmosis here.
Super cool.
Yeah.
And it's a great foundation, and the number one ingredient in beer is water.
Yeah, water.
Right? So
100%.
You covering that, short, sweet, but all the details that anyone would need to hear. I mean, you don't even think twice about having beers down here. Every time I come to Mexico, I'm having cervezas.
Yeah, and most beers here, national beers at least, are pasteurized, so you never have to really think about it. Even the beers that get exported to the U.S., so it's all good.
I see a series of 60 barrel tanks. How many barrels does Hercules, are they capable of producing annually?
I think we were around 7,000 last year, and every year it goes a little more and more as we push everything. Normal fermentation capacity is probably around, I want to say 800, 900 barrels right now if everything's full. So, you know, quite a bit. And then on top of that, we can use the canning line to move things faster if we want to package really quick, or I mean, but we're an old school brewery. We let the beer decide. You know, when the beer tells us it's ready, and the lab tells us it's ready. Also, we quality and control and quality assurance. You know, they tell us like, yeah, the beer is ready to go, and they release it. You know, then we're ready to package it. And we move on.
Well, I'd be remiss not to take notice of this, but these are all awards. Go ahead, take a walk down to this rag wall. Then they aren't ragging. Josh didn't point it out, but we're pointing it out. Like, these are all awards earned through competitions through the nation of Mexico, awarded to Hercules. So I'm not here because, oh, I think this is a cool name or anything. No, this is a brewery that has earned respect in the region and the nation, and it's all shown right up here. So hats off to you, my man.
Thank you.
This is awesome.
Thank you,
really, really cool.
Cheers. You guys want to run to the hotel and see that too? It's great. It's fine.
So they have a hotel here too.
Yeah, it's worth seeing. It's definitely worth seeing.
Serious.
Yeah.
This is awesome. Like, this could become a vacation destination. Like,
it's becoming that. You know, it's people don't, even people that don't drink come here just for the ambient.
Yeah.
And for the hotel atmosphere and all that. So
how far away is this hotel?
It's right here. You know, you go through the tunnel here.
Yeah, we drove through that.
Yeah, but you go through this tunnel and you'll be right at the hotel. 3 minutes walking. You know, you're there. So.
Ha! Wait till you see this. Yeah. This is awesome. So this is the future operations.
Yeah.
So Josh, I'm speechless. I mean, it was awesome seeing that one, but here's the vision of the future, right?
Yeah. So here we're working on the new expansion project. So this will guide us into the next 10, 20, 30, 40 plus years. We hope. You know, obviously. This is a fully automated brew house, so it gives us time to work on some other stuff that we wouldn't typically have time to work on. The other brew house that we came from is much more manual.
Yep.
And we have a lot more, you know, decisions to make. Here we just program the brew house. And a lot of people might say, oh, that's not craft brewing anymore, but it actually does give us a lot more time to do things the way we want, to hit the temperatures we want to make in the mash and going into the lauter process. It gives us some options to be able to nail some of these like procedures a little better, a little easier, and on top of that, gives us time to kind of work on other stuff and put our hats on to create other recipes, other formulas.
Right. Well, yeah. When you said that this is fully automated, I never once thought, oh, that's not craft brewing.
Yeah.
The thought in my mind is your quality and repeatability go through the roof.
Yeah.
And ultimately, at any brewery, from a layman's perspective, the number one product is the end product, the can of beer in a consumer's hands as they're drinking it, pouring it in a glass and drinking it. And if this helps you get a better product of that, power to you. And then you have, let's say, more time in your pilot plant coming up with new recipes.
Yeah, 100%. I say we have more time, but yeah, you bring up an amazing point that, you know, gets overlooked sometimes, that we'll always have, you know, a better product going to the consumer, and not only a better product, a more consistent product that we can showcase, and hopefully it will allow us space and time to export more, to send more beer out to other markets, and you know, we're pretty excited about that. So this is the main brew house right here, and on the other side you have the water tanks, which don't exist yet, but they're coming soon, and you got the whirlpool on the other side too for the brew house. But on this side you can see just the brew house. You can see a little bit of just the cabling, the piping underneath. We're still missing a lot of that. Are
you going to sample beers with us today?
Yeah, I'm going to try.
Twist your arm, right?
Twist my arm.
Right. And you were mentioning there's a hotel.
Yeah.
Is it part of the brewery, or is it just close proximity, or what's the relationship?
Yeah, we can go check it out right now. Let's go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, dynamite. Next stop.
Let's do it.
We're officially in the courtyard of the hotel. Is it Hotel Hercules?
Yeah,
also?
Hotel Hercules. We're here. You can see the fountain here among the olive trees that we have here.
These are olive trees.
Yeah.
I've read about these in the Bible. Like this, this is what an olive tree looks like. Look, they got olives on these.
Yeah.
I've never seen one in my life.
Yeah.
I'm getting culturally educated here. This is fantastic on so many levels.
Yeah, you got a statue here of Hercules from Italy that was crafted in the early 1800s.
Let's check that out.
Yeah, let's go see it.
Uh-huh. Oh my gosh, look at that. He's got the slain lion on his head.
Yeah. And you got a casino up here in the background that
What?
well, it was a casino at one point.
Right.
And you had past Mexican presidents that used to hang out in there and play cards and drink brandy and stuff like that. So you have this like really crazy history here that's always been here. And then later on you have a brewery that started, but really important for us to mention that how important the textile business was here in Mexico and how this was the first real textile plant of its size here in Mexico, here in the entire country. So they built the railroad here for this. You know, you've had several Mexican presidents coming here and seeing and enjoying the space. So that was the idea behind the hotel, was to kind of just recapture that and take us back in time a little bit to what it would have been like back then.
This totally sounds like a vacation destination. If you haven't done it yet, you should put it on your list. Is this the entrance to the actual hotel?
Yeah, so here you have
just to peek in. I don't want to spend a lot of time over. Hello, buenas tardes. Mucho gusto, gracias.
Yeah, here you have this is the brunch,
Are you
breakfast
kidding
bar.
me? Just look at this place. It looks like it's hewn out of marble.
Yeah.
Okay, continue. Sorry.
Yeah, so you can see here in Hercules, there's always a place to get a beer. There's always a place to grab a drink. The cocktail bar here is immaculate as well.
Not only beer, but the freshest, most delicious coffees, I'm sure. Those are my two favorite food groups, everybody. Officially beer and coffee. I could live my life on those two.
There you go.
All liquid diet.
Liquid diet, yeah. And so here you can grab lunch, dinner. You can grab breakfast in the morning if you're staying here. This is not just for guests. This is for anyone to come in and enjoy. So if you're just staying in Queretaro a day or two, you know, and you just want to come in and have a meal, it's great too. It's a little more high end.
You know, this is what I love about experiencing this, and hopefully sharing with all of you. People think about vacationing in Mexico.
Yeah.
And the number one destinations people are going to think of is either Cabo San Lucas or Cancun. No doubt about it.
Yeah.
But get authentic. Get to the center of the nation. Go to Jalisco or come here to near Hercules and spend some time here and really experience culture.
You know, we're 45 minutes from San Miguel de Allende, which is also a big tourist destination. You know, you can come there and I think English might be the main language there, honestly, but you're also very close to here and you could stay here. Querétaro is a really, really cool town. There's plenty to see. There's plenty of historical significance here, so we always welcome people to come check it out, and yeah, we hope to see you guys come check it out.
So I apologize right now to all the residents of Querétaro, because in 5 years after this gets published, there's going to be thousands of Americans coming here and visiting, and they're going to say, who started this? And they're going to say, oh, that was the Breweries of America tour guide. Yeah, this is like antique. Because nowadays everything's from the top, but the side poles
these are all handcrafted in Czech Republic from a company called Luker. So these are the typical Czech side pools that you see. So most breweries, if they have one, they might only use it for Czech style beers.
I absolutely love it when a beer is served with a nice frothy head on top of it. Because when it's topped off on a pint glass and there's no head, in my mind, I'm like, it totally wasn't poured right.
Yeah.
And now I got to deal with a brewer created something so nice and it got messed up on the serve, right?
Yeah.
But this is gorgeous. And then the attention to detail there too. He cleans the glass.
Yeah.
Okay, so what are we drinking here?
So this is a beer that we actually don't have in the beer garden right now, but we brewed it with a brewery from Spain a while back, and it's a Czech 10 Plato pale lager, which means it's just a lower gravity pale lager than like a typical Czech style pale lager.
So lower gravity ultimately translates to ABV, right? So what percent do you think this is?
I think this is around 4, maybe even 3.8 or something.
This would be a session lager.
Session beer.
Have this all day long and you're not going to get rocked.
Yeah.
So cheers.
Cheers.
Salud.
So.
And Prost!
Prost. Wow.
Well, you got to give it a real ride, right?
I agree.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's crisp, it's refreshing.
Yeah.
The flavor, the sweetness is there of the lager profile.
Yeah.
And there's just the slightest amount of hop balance on the back end to make it just perfect. It's awesome, man.
Yeah, just nice and bready. It's nice.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Cheers.
Really dig this again.
Cheers.
Cheers again. And thank you. Muchos gracias, mijo.
No, muchos de nada.
Okay guys, so check this out. We're in another courtyard here.
Yeah.
This is, you got a grass volleyball court, another bar to the side. So of course, if this whole thing's attached to a brewery, you don't have to go very far to find where you're gonna drink next. And then over here are these guests lounging in the in-ground pool. Like, wow, I'm bringing my wife back here. This is gonna be amazing. This is so cool. So check this out, oh man. Different style, but just beautiful. The presentation's great. I'm blown away. Hey, we haven't even made it to the beer garden yet.
Nope.
That's when things really get crazy. Prepare to be amazed again. Look at this. An entire room for barrel aging. Now, I have no idea what they have in here, but we're gonna turn it over to Josh. Hook us up with the knowledge.
Okay, well, up here we have up to 200 barrels at a time, wooden barrels. They're mostly oak barrels. Most of them are ex-wine barrels, although we do have another program that's dedicated towards tequila barrels, ex-distillate barrels like rum barrels, mezcal barrels, bourbon barrels, whiskey barrels, whatever. So those we mostly put imperial stouts or clean beers into. Up here we're putting, as we would say, spontaneous beer, wild beer, beers that are slightly acidic or slightly wild tasting. We also have over here, if you come in a little bit, we also have these big fooders.
Oh my gosh.
Those are 35 hectoliter each. So we also have those that are harboring beer also. So we do all kinds of blends up here. The name of the game is not necessarily just making beer industrially. It's more a little bit like a winemaker, where we're constantly trying to blend or figure out what makes the best, like wild beer, sour beer, whatever we might be going after. All these beers up here are bottle conditioned, so kind of like champagne used to be. We're going towards, and you can see one of the bottlers over here behind you. So we're just going towards. Nothing is cold up here. Nothing is packaged cold like we might on the clean side that we already saw. It's all packaged with a amount of sugar or unfermented beer, and then from there it's fermented inside the bottle, and then from there it's sold. So it's very old school packaging, very old school aging, and then everything has an old school feel to it, even in the flavor. People going back in time, they knew about this stuff and they knew how to do it right. So let's follow or take a page out of their book and do it how it should have been done.
It just smells great up here again.
Yeah.
That's something we'll never capture on these videos, is the aroma when you're walking through these places. And everything's unique and everything's wonderful. You learn to love that. It's just awesome. So Shall we go to the beer garden?
Yeah, let's go to the beer garden. Yeah, all those plastic kegs, we're in the middle of filling up for one of our biggest clients is Disney, Epcot, where they sell the Mexico resort. We're like one of the main beers there. So
that, as an adult, that's got to be my favorite part of Disney.
Is drinking around the world, yeah.
Okay, I said this before, I'm going to say it again. Prepare to be amazed. We're going into the beer garden zone.
Yeah.
Boom, here we go.
Yeah. So it's still early in the day right now, so not too many people. But if you come here on a Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you're going to see this place completely full. You could literally fit almost 1,000 people in here at a time. And
just here?
Yeah, and there's 3 concert areas. You know, there's movies on Tuesday nights on the big screen. You know, they got a little bit of everything. So huge kitchen, big international menu. You'll see it all. So.
This is amazing. Do you bring in live music, I imagine, on the weekends?
Yeah. So they have the option of playing up here in the cube. We can go in the back and see some of the other. There's 2 other venues that they can play, and they can also even play inside the hotel grass area. We've had some pretty big shows there too. So a little bit of anything you're looking for. It's on. Look at the calendar online on Salon Zapaje or on Jardín de Cerveza Hercules, and you'll see a bunch of artists coming through.
Say I'm having a beer here with my buddy Josh, and here we are talking, and the band is playing, and just look at this mountainside that is peeking through all of these trees with the blue skies, and then you come down, and here we are in 1,000-person seating capacity, a band playing here. You got food that's served fresh, you got multiple restaurant options, you got the hotel. Like, as far as atmosphere goes, I've been on a lot of brewery tours, and I've never been in one that's as enchanting and as captivating as this one. It is seriously amazing. If you're thinking of a Mexican vacation, this is worth gaining that cultural experience that can't be found on the typical touristy areas.
100%. I couldn't agree more. And I've been here for almost 8 years now, and I really couldn't agree more. There's plenty of pueblos mágicos here where you can go see other towns, small towns with their own flair, their own things to offer, and you know, Central Mexico, the weather, the people, the food, there's nothing like it. So
it's fantastic. Well, if we wrap up here, we've had a great episode. Cheers to you, my friend.
Sorry.
No, that's a compliment, because I didn't take an hour to finish a beer that I didn't like. When they go down that fast, I really like them.
Okay. Here you have, like, we have a coffee roaster here.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah, they make they have a bread maker here, a cacao guy here.
For chocolates?
Chocolate, soap maker, perfume.
I wish I brought my wife on this trip.
Okay. Can we stop
So, yeah.
a little bit?
Regina or Regina?
Regina.
Oh, I messed them up.
Reggie, if you want.
Reggie.
Yeah, Reggie.
Thank you.
It's easy.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. So real quick, everybody, this is Reggie. She is my friend. I've been writing her for over a month, trying to set this up. And she's the one that said, yes, we're going to do this.
Come to Hercules.
Yes, and if it weren't for your, let's say, willingness to give this a try, it wouldn't have happened. So thank you, Reggie. I really appreciate making your acquaintance and enjoying this time together.
We're glad to have you here. So.
Yeah, fantastic.
Not a problem.
Okay. But it's...
Which one is it?
I got the...
oh, cool.
Yeah.
Awesome.
What is the name of this one?
Portero delantero.
Yeah.
Portero delantero.
It's a
Delantero.
Delantero.
it's a position in soccer and football.
Oh, so what's the position in soccer?
Forward. Yeah.
Forward, yeah.
Here. Would you mind taking this? Come on. Oh, that's fine. Cesar Luna, come on. This is our cameraman today.
After what?
Mi
What's his name?
amigo, Cesar Luna. I call him the moon god. This is Travis from Wisconsin. This is the whole posse here. Josh from Tampa, Florida. And Reggie, she's local. And
From
she,
Mexico City.
from Mexico City. To all of you, I say gracias, cheers, salud,
Yep, salud.
and prost.
Roast.
Roast.